Hi guys, I'm Sean. This is Alyssa. Das is in our hearts.
Alright, let's do it.
Do you have any plans for your next vacation?
We did have.
How about seeing
We've seen it. Travel series on our other channel.
Just
Linked
because
somewhere.
it might feel like it's a world away, both figuratively and literally, that doesn't mean it isn't a tourist-friendly country. And more importantly, a trip to India won't cost you as nearly as much as you'd think. But first, you didn't think I'd talk about India and not mention the majestic Taj Mahal, did you? This famous Indian landmark has been one of the 7 wonders of the world for quite some time.
Beautiful.
And seeing this architectural marvel in person makes it pretty clear why. The construction was commissioned in 1632, and it's believed that it took up to 21 years to complete the entire project.
Oh.
I know you've heard of this monument, but did you know that it's a mausoleum?
Yeah.
Yeah,
What does that mean
The
again?
emperor at the time.
It's where sort of a body is stored, because I thought it was his like beloved wife or something. I guess we're about to
So
find
they
out.
made this humongo palace that took like 21 years to build
As
for
a
like one
gesture of
body.
love.
For one body.
Maybe.
Shah Jahan had this marble structure built to house the tomb of his wife, Mumtaz Mahal. Kind of sad
Oh,
she never got to see
that's why
this
it's called the
ivory
Taj
masterpiece
Mahal.
built just for her.
Wow.
She never got to see
Now
it
that's true love.
because she had passed away.
To round the topic, here's a fun fact. There was an infamous Indian conman who repeatedly sold different landmarks in the country, including the Taj Mahal and the Parliament House of India. He was arrested as many as 9 times, but somehow managed to escape from prison multiple times. During his final escape,
He must be
he
a
was already
genius.
84 years old. Aside from the fact that he was breaking the law, you gotta admit, that's kind of impressive.
100%. I want to know everything about
Some
his life.
tourists hope to avoid the crowds at major tourist attractions, like the Taj Mahal, and prefer to take the road less traveled. However, alone time might be hard to come by in India. With around 51 births every
Traffic
minute,
seems
that's
bad
over
there, huh?
73,000 a day. This country has one of the fastest growing populations in the world. Roughly half of India's population is under the age of 25. Also making it one of the world's youngest populations, India alone holds more people than the entire Western Hemisphere.
He said 73,000 people a day. 73,000 people a day. That's
What?
crazy.
That is insane. That's a lot
And
of
with
kids.
so many people
Yeah.
comes a colorful tapestry of cultures, religions, and languages, which brings me to my next point. There are about 780 languages spoken in India, but some sources put it in the thousands. Whatever the case, only 22 have been recognized as official languages. Good thing English is in the mix too. India has one of the largest numbers of English-speaking people in the world, second only to the US. This means you can enjoy this super diverse country without needing a translation app on your phone each time you want to stop for lunch or buy a souvenir. Oh, that's right. Your smartphone is obviously your closest traveling companion because
Yeah, it's a
Look
snake
let's face it,
charmer.
taking pictures is probably the easiest
That's
way to
crazy.
document your adventures abroad.
Oh, is this an ad?
You'll be happy to know that cell service and
Oh,
mobile
no,
internet
it's
is
not.
very cheap in India.
Yeah.
Really?
So there's one more reason why your trip won't cost you nearly as much as you think.
Wow.
You can share every experience and discover with your friends and family back home without breaking your budget. That alone should put this fascinating country at the top of your
Yeah,
bucket
totally.
list of places to visit. Okay, now for another reason India won't leave you with moths flying out of your wallet. The food there is so cheap. Check it out.
Yeah,
if
we've
you go
heard
to a
that.
restaurant and order a whole meal with chicken or even fish, your bill could be as little as $1. As for a cup
Like
of tea,
$1
it'll cost you
American?
about 20
I think
cents.
so, yeah.
Whoa.
I mean, can you imagine filling
Oh,
your belly
masala
for
chai.
under $5?
yeah, that's
Sign
true.
me up. Given that you'll be saving so much on dining, you can dedicate more of that limited budget to once-in-a-lifetime experiences.
And there's so many of them out there.
India offers in abundance.
There you go.
Actually, one of these is the food itself. In case you haven't heard of the land of spices, India produces around 70%
When we went down
We went to a spice market.
the world's largest
Yeah.
Chandi Chow
Chandi Chow.
in Old Delhi.
We have the worst memory
You
ever.
walk in there and it's the spices like take over.
The streets after as well, don't they? Like
The smell
they
is
go
so
up your
strong.
nose, and it's like your whole body can smell.
It can make you cough. We
Make
went
you
there on a
sneeze,
Sunday when not many places were operating. Still, it was like, poof.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine going when it was like full on operating.
World supply.
70% of the world's
That
supply.
means each authentic local meal will be an adventure itself. Hopefully your stomach will be strong enough to tackle the rich variety of flavors.
Yeah, I'm
And for
strong.
those of you with sensitive taste buds, here's a pro tip. Take small bites to test the intensity of the spice before biting off more than you can handle. I also have some good news for traveling vegetarians
Oh, I'm
that
not.
may be hesitant about the availability of meals suited for your dietary needs.
But
India
it'll be
is
nice.
also well known for being a vegetarian-friendly country. This is partially thanks to religious beliefs, but it's mostly just a personal choice there, out of respect for
personal
living
choice.
beings. A State of the Nation survey in 2006 showed that up to 31% of the Indian population is vegetarian, and another 9% do eat eggs, but no forms of meat. So enjoying local cuisine isn't reserved only for meat eaters.
that.
Like I said before, this is a diverse country with enough variety to suit anybody. Do you think I forgot about you sports lovers? Well, if you love sports as much as experiencing new cultures,
They showed the most
watching
unenthusiastic
a
guy
live cricket
working
match
out.
can be a way
Right?
to enjoy both. Cricket is the most popular sport in the country, much like soccer in Europe or football in the US. So why not get your hands on a ticket to a local game, pack a picnic basket, and spend the day outdoors among locals to get a taste of true Indian sport culture.
That looks fun, honestly.
The Ganges River provides another outdoor activity for nature lovers, while still keeping the focus on experiencing the culture. The Ganges is the longest river in India and serves as a hub of activity in this country. This
Only
includes
in
dolphin watching,
small parts of
as the Ganges dolphin is unique to this river. Unfortunately, their numbers are drastically decreasing
Wow,
due to
I know
increasing
about them.
pollution. Let's
Very
hope
seldom
environmentalists can find a way
they
to
are
protect these
in real
creatures
life.
for future generations to enjoy when visiting India.
Речные дельфины.
Again, you can't talk about India without mentioning one of the many massive ceremonies that take place there. One of the most popular is the Kumbh Mela gathering, which is so
Kumbh Mela.
big that it's visible from space.
Oh, whoa.
Kumbh
Really?
Mela is the 2-month mass pilgrimage
Holy.
of those of Hindu faith to bathe in the Ganges,
Hmm.
the host city of Allahabad. Welcomed a staggering 121 million visitors in 2013 and a
Whoa.
whopping 30 million.
Wow.
Oh.
That's like the
Even if
whole
you're not into
population
crowds,
of Canada.
You should still
One
try
day.
to buck up and witness this incredible event. I mean, at least you'll be able to say you were present at the world's largest gathering of people.
Whoa.
Wow.
Bragging rights.
Love the music in the background too, by the way.
Kumbh Mela is one of many festivals celebrated in the Indian culture. The brightest has to be the Color Festival
Didn't
Holi.
get to do it.
It celebrates
We
love,
left just
start
before,
of
like
spring,
2 weeks
and
before.
end of winter.
We were
And
gutted,
So
weren't
next
we?
year.
over evil.
It's on the bucket list either way.
Take to the streets to drench each other in water and colored powder. Everyone celebrates together in a spectacular display of good humor and, of course, lots of color. Now, I'm not usually one for a crowd, but this just seems too good to miss.
It does look fun.
As a matter of fact, color plays a very important role in Indian culture. It's apparent from the traditional clothes, festivals.
There's so many colours going on.
So
Colours,
many
sounds,
colours.
smells. It's like a sensory overload.
It's
Quickly see
unreal.
the bright colors and variations in sizes. Even if the note's designers didn't do it on purpose, they seem to symbolically celebrate the diversity of this nation. Indian bills also have braille markings, so that blind people can read their
Wow.
values. How
That's
considerate.
considerate.
Another fun fact of the topic of Indian money. It's illegal for foreigners to take
Really?
rupees in or out of the country. Sorry for the bad
Then how
news
can
to
we
any of you
exchange the
coin
money?
collectors that like to keep different types of money as a souvenir from your travels.
Wow, that's
So
sad.
yeah, not just a fun fact, but one you should take note of to avoid any trouble with local authorities.
Very
There's no
serious.
limit on the amount of foreign currency you can bring with you on your visit, as long as you declare any amount over 5,000 US dollars in cash. But then again, who's carrying that kind of cash on them anyway?
So a lot of people are.
Now,
Yeah.
Queen fans might be aware of this tidbit, but let's see if you are. Did you know that the iconic band's frontman, Freddie Mercury, was of Indian descent? His
I
birth name
did
was
not
Farrokh
know
Bulsara,
that
and
at
both of
all.
his parents were from Bombay. Mercury himself, of course, was born in Tanzania, but still.
Wow.
Yeah.
From beautiful music to beautiful people, India has the highest number of winners from the Miss World competition with a total of 6. Only Venezuela has produced the same amount of title holders since the beauty pageant started in 1951. The most recent Indian Miss World was Manusha Chiller in 2017. So in addition to the delicious food and fun festivals, you'll also be in the presence of people whose beauty is recognized worldwide. If you get tired of the hustle and bustle, you could also take a day and kick back with some old school board games.
You familiar with Chutes and Ladders?
Chutes and
well,
ladders.
this
Oh,
popular
snakes and ladders.
Yeah, we're familiar with that here.
Yeah. It's a old school snakes and ladders.
classic dates back to ancient Indian times and was known as Moksha Patang.
Oh,
We had that board game when I was a kid.
Cool.
It made its way to England, where it was sold as Snakes and Ladders.
Yeah.
The name changed to the one we know today when it was first introduced to the US.
Yeah, that's more
The
what
idea
mine
of the
looked like.
game
Yeah.
was to teach the kids the difference between good virtues and bad vices, represented by the ladders and chutes respectively. Thanks for the good childhood memories, India.
Oh,
So,
whoa.
Would you like to go to India?
Yeah.
Let me know down in the comments.
I just
Along
want
with any
to
other
go see those
fascinating
elephants.
facts you know
Yes.
about this country. And don't forget to give this video a like, share it with your friends, and
Wow.
click subscribe to stay on the bright side of life.
That was awesome. I'm surprised they didn't at the end say like, and by the way, if you're planning a trip,
Wait.
go through our travel agency.
I know this like isn't really exclusive to India and that, but I'm sure there's like probably they're gonna talk about somewhere in India in this video here, the roads you would never want to drive on.
I know that when I was in New Zealand, we went on one of those roads that you'd never want to drive on, and certainly would not want to do that again. But that's okay.
In Greece, it was sketchy because it was like they had a huge bus up in the hills on the like the skinniest little roads,
Yeah.
like way up on the cliff.
Jeez. Well, I know that driving is its whole own experience in India. I would be curious to watch a video on what it's like to be a driver in India.
Yeah.
So that might be something we have to check out.